After a long training camp, how excited is it to get to play against another team and go hit somebody else?
Yeah, it's kind of the week mark today. Mm-hmm. We've been started camp a week ago today, and now we get to travel, practice, travel, and then go play. It's a fun progression for how the week goes, and now we get to kind of get into a little more of the routine of what a season brings. So. The group is ready. We're excited to travel and kind of get a run through of everything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Rookie head coach on the other side, they just played yesterday or 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. A number of young players on this team have their first preseason experience. Mm-hmm. What do you recall of your first preseason game in the W and just what that experience was like?
Oh my gosh. The year was 2004, and so that's 21 years ago. Mm-hmm. So I remember I had to lead the team out with the ball to go run for layups or run to the layup line, and they just let me run by myself. It's like the rookie run, they do the rookie skate front. It was that. So I got all the way over there, and I'm getting ready to pass because you kind of go dribble in, pass, layup, and I was by myself, and the whole crowd was just kind of going nuts and laughing and threw me for a little while. I had a few turnovers early because I was 22 and on a new team and everything. But I have that, and then here we've had some interesting places we played in some of those first preseasons. Bismarck, North Dakota, Des Moines, Columbia in New York. So it's for a lot of these players. You get drafted, you get invited to a training camp, and then that's something you've worked on, you've dreamed about forever, and now you get to take the court in a preseason game. It's pretty great to see. I'm excited for that because I guess I haven't been a part of since I played. And when you're playing, you're in it, and what do we have to accomplish and things like that. And I still will be that as assistant coach, but to kind of see some of the faces on Tuesday would be really, really cool.
How crucial is it when it comes to players who want to stay in camp longer, maybe trying to solidify a spot for themselves and just trying to execute in the right way and make that kind of impression?
It's huge. It's huge. I mean, all those details, everything matters throughout a day, throughout a game day. All the details matter from film to shoot around. All those things are crucial, and the quicker as younger players that you can adapt to what this team, what coach is trying to accomplish in those sessions, in those times, better it is for you. So you got to be a quick study, and you got to be really adaptable, and you got to be willing to do whatever it takes, And it's nice that we have a group that's doing that. So yeah, throughout all the emotions and everything you have, it's who can stay focused on the task, and who can in the fourth quarter still this is all having emotions and shoot around, and now it's a game and the bus and this and that. Who can execute in the fourth quarter when coach is asking you to do something, and you've had this first experience. Who can stay locked in on those things? Those will be things that we'll be really looking for and excited to see who reacts positively in those situations.
This is a selfish question, but being back on the staff for the first year, are there moments where you, BB, and coach just have little flashbacks while you're in target center and things like that?
Every meeting, every day.
Any that you can share?
Sure, but I think overall those are such years that have really been the reason why we have all those. Well, we can't see them now, but they're over there. All the banners, so there's a lot that went into all those things that only this group knows. We were talking this morning a little bit about an action we ran for Simone and Becky in Seattle when everybody else on the team was pretty much terrible. It was in 2013. We were playing in the Tacoma Dome, and Simone come off and hit the jumper off a little pin down action, and if she didn't get it, Becky cleaned up the rebound, found to put it in, and we somehow won and swept that series, and we were on to the conference finals. But just stuff like that, we kind of talked about that, and would that work with this group? And remember that, and then after the game we ate 10 Oreos or whatever, We had all, 10 Oreos and, maybe had a beverage a sparkling beverage of some kind after the game, and just those moments like, gosh, we did a lot together, and so it's fun in those aspects to reminisce, but then also looking and kind of within practice, within different things like what coach needs, what she's looking for, trying to think ahead to be able to prepare the team, and just getting back into that. It's felt, there's always room to improve, but it's felt really fun and good so far.
Has it been kind of like gratifying, like full circle type of moment where like you three are back here doing this and trying to help another group now climb that mountain?
Yeah. I think it's, you have our, head coach. I was point guard of the team. Becky was power forward, and power forward is the point guard's best friend on the floor because we're in so many actions together, and she's probably inbounded the ball to me 1,000 times. I don't know. So that's been fun to like have those like bonds and those connections, and now continue to grow those bonds and connections in these roles and try to help our experiences, and knowing that they won't be the same like as players and things, but to help this group with whatever we can possibly do is what we're trying to do.
You mentioned being a weekend at this point. Are you pleased with where the group's at from an execution standpoint?
Yeah, and room to grow. I think that's what this week is you're trying to figure things out. You're putting in different things and seeing some really good stuff, some different things that we can continue to work on, and but that's what makes it fun, is trying to kind of continue to help the group continue to move forward in those ways. So now we get to take it on the road. So just adding that in is I think would be really good for us.
Not complete just yet, but also when you look at the preseason game with like the starting group, there's so much continuity, but how important is it to have time on the floor together even with this kind of group?
Yeah. It's huge, just to be able, everybody goes to different leagues and different things. And there's a lot of time in the off season, and there's nothing like being on the court, like with your teammates and with your coaches, like working, figuring things out and finding that timing again. And like the more years you have it together, the quicker it comes. But each year is different, and I think just having that time is really big, really important to be on the floor and be around each other, and talk about different things and different life and whatnot, and then locking in on like each day and just working on that chemistry and that timing and everything.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks so much.